Hey guys, I wanted to take a few minutes to share my thoughts with you. It's a little late. It's 11 o'clock here in Philly. And I was just laying here, reason being my screen is dark because I was actually getting ready to go to bed. And I just got finished meditating and I was just in my thoughts. And I had a very, very powerful thought and I wanted to share it with you guys. The last, I would say, month or two, I've been going through a very strong transformation personally, professionally, and spiritually. And I find that, and to be honest with you, it has been it has been very challenging, and it's been a very dark moment for me. But saying that, in those moments, I find that in those darkest moments, those are when I have my greatest revelations, and it's when blessings on top of blessings begin to come. Every time the most challenging and darkest, I encountered the most darkest and challenging moments of my life, that is when I also encounter the greatest and most pivotal breakthroughs of my life. So I felt compelled to come on here to share how I was feeling, because I don't know who this message is for. But whoever is going through a dark moment or has been going through a dark and challenging moment in their life, please embrace it. And instead of getting discouraged, tap into what the lesson is, because there is light at the end of the tunnel. Don't allow this to make you bitter. Don't allow this to make you angry. Don't allow this to make you sad. And I know that that is easier said than done, because these darkest moments are very uncomfortable. And a lot of the times when we are going through a challenging process, we want to go around it instead of going through it. And that is the worst thing you can do, is to avoid it. Sometimes you got to go through that muck to get to the to get to the end of the tunnel. So whoever this message is for, I have experienced that some of the most pivotal and greatest times of my life is when I was by myself, when I was ostracized from everything and everyone, because at that point I was forced to be still. I was forced to not have to depend on my friends, my family, my significant other, whatever the case may be. I had to just deal with myself and my stuff. And that's not always easy. A lot of the times we don't want to deal with our stuff. We don't want to deal with our ugliness. We don't want to deal with uncomfortability. But we have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because that is the only way that we are going to grow. That is the only way that we are going to get to that next level. There is no growth without being uncomfortable. If everything was just hunky dory and everything was just great and grand and happy and hunky dory, what where would there be room for growth? Some of my most greatest moments came from being uncomfortable, and it came from those most darkest moments. So again, I don't know who this moment, I mean, sorry, I'm getting tongue tied. I don't know who this message is for, but there's somebody right now whose heart is heavy, who's dealing with a lot of baggage, emotional. I'm feeling heavy right now. There's somebody dealing with a lot of emotional baggage, from physical, emotional, and sexual trauma that they have encountered from childhood that has not been addressed. And it's affecting them into their adulthood. It's affecting their personal life. It's affecting their professional life. And it's affecting their spiritual life, because believe it or not, it's all connected. When you have unaddressed issues that haven't been healed, It affects every area of your life. And until you address those issues, they're going to keep resurfacing. It doesn't go away because everywhere you go, you are. So, under the sound of my voice, whoever hears this message, this is who it is for. I don't know what that journey and process of healing looks like for you, but I challenge you to have the courage to start healing today. Take your power back to release yourself from that pain, from that bondage. Because holding on to it, you're making yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually sick and diseased. Start today by taking your power back. The world would like to make us think that we don't have power and we don't have control, but we do. We have more power and control and say so than what the world would like to give us credit for. Start taking your power back. Embrace these darkest moments, even I don't, as painful as they may be, and as scary as it may be, and as uncomfortable as it may be. Embrace it, because there's light at the end of the tunnel. I'm sending you love, light, peace, and comfort, because it gets greater later. It may not seem like it. It may not look like it. Whatever you're going through, it may not make sense now, but it will. It will later. Trust the process. I hope whoever this message is for, this gives you some type of comfort, consolation, and guidance. Peace, love, and blessings to you all. God bless. Good night.